Hello everybody and welcome back to FCB Reports and the match review of the game between Villarreal and Barcelona, which delivered an excellent performance from start to finish as we chipped in 4 goals past Villarreal. And it could have easily been more goals at both ends in this thrilling game because we were a bit vulnerable at the back. But you know what? At the end of the day, it was highly entertaining and enjoyable game to watch. And this is the reason why we love football. Going into this game, it's safe to say that the club is in a bit of turmoil. There was a lot of criticism and frustration aimed at the club, and clearly both the fans and the players were unhappy. They were angry with recent results and the direction the club was heading. But for this game right here, they took all of that and tossed it out of the window and delivered a vintage Barcelona performance. They completely demolished Villarreal and injected some much needed excitement back to the fans. It was open, attacking, exciting football. It was fluid, it was energetic, and the players connected and combined exceptionally well all over the pitch. And we will discuss it all in this video. Griezmann had one of his best performances in the Barcelona shirt. Suarez scored a brilliant goal, and Riqui Puig and Ansu Fati were once again impressive. There were many encouraging sides, so let's get right into it. Vamos! Now the first half was one of the best performances we have seen from Barcelona in a long time. It was dynamic and fluid display, and most of the credit goes to Quique Setien. Because leading up to this game, many of us believed much of the same we have seen under Quique Setien, but also Valverde. We thought we would see the usual 4-4-3 formation, and with Griezmann back in the team, many of us believed that we were going to see him again on the wing, completely isolated, having very little impact on the game. But the answer to that was absolutely not, because Setien had a big surprise up his sleeve. He did something unexpected and out of the blue. He changed the system entirely. Setien started Griezmann directly next to Suarez as Messi moved in behind them and played on top of a diamond-shaped midfield. Now this allowed Griezmann to play in his preferred position, and it made all the difference in the world, because for the first time the front three of Messi, Suarez and Griezmann suddenly click. They connected flawlessly to a devastating effect as they completely demolished Villarreal. Griezmann had undoubtedly one of his best performances in a Barcelona jersey, and the chemistry between the front three was outstanding. But it wasn't just the front three that was success in this game, the whole system was coherent. Because Sergio Roberto was terrific in this game. He was brilliant going forward, and he gave support and width to the team as he made runs out wide on the field. But he also provided protection going back due to his physical presence. And this is the reason why Setien decided to start with Sergio Roberto instead of Riqui Puig in that midfield role. But Vidal did not have the best of games. He hasn't been at his very best lately. Setien will have to consider to perhaps start Riqui Puig on the right-hand side of the midfield for the next game. But the front three was superb in this game. The chemistry was there, the combinations were there, it looked very good, and it worked well. The back and forth play between Suarez and Antoine Griezmann was great. They played off one another, and the understanding between them was terrific. Because Griezmann would drop to a playmaker position, then Messi would go into a higher role in the final third. And when Luis Suarez was holding the ball, then Griezmann would run upwards beyond him and so forth. It was perfect. But all of this obviously raises a question. Why in the world hasn't Setien not made this change earlier? Why did it take 6 games into the restart of the league for Setien to actually implement this change? Well, the answer to this is that there's always benefits and disadvantages to a system. Because for Griezmann to play in his preferred position, the same position were replaced in the French national team, then somebody else has to change his position. And that somebody else is Messi. Now let me explain. By playing on top of a diamond-shaped midfield, Messi is now further away from the goal than he usually is. This practically means that Messi will find it harder to score goals. He won't be as involved in the final third that he usually is, because he will start the attacks further away from goals. But we knew at some point that Messi had to drop into a playmaker role because of his age. But the big question here is it too soon for Messi? Will he be able to make that sacrifice? Because there's always the risk of Messi moving forward up the field because of the urge to score more goals. And if that's the case, then it will unbalance the team and they will be vulnerable to counter, as we witnessed in this game against Villarreal. Because when both Semedo and Alba pushed forward up the field, we were completely exposed at the back. Villarreal took advantage of that and sliced us up many times with a simple pass. And they could have scored many more goals. This will be a difficult balance to get right. And this is something Setien definitely has to address. But my opinion is that this is the best solution without any doubt. Messi has has to sacrifice for the benefit of the team. He will have to accept this change of system by Setien. And in time, he will find that it's not only helpful for the team, but it will also be advantageous for him, because playing like this going forward, with a little bit of luck, we can actually win the Champions League. And lifting the Champions League trophy after all that has happened this season would be nothing short of amazing. But in the second half, it was all about damage control for Villarreal. And logically, they made some changes to the formation because they had to stop us from slashing them up on every attacking occasion. But Setien also made some changes. He brought in 5 players early on in the second half to give some of our first team players some much needed rest. He brought in Rakitic, Puig, Brightweight, Ansu Fati, and Araujo. And from there on, Barcelona looked to control the game. They passed the ball around and waited patiently for that 4th goal. And the goal came through Ansu Fati. This kid is quite amazing. Both he and Puig keep showing us why they are the future of Barcelona. I'm genuinely happy for them. Now the excitement was back to the team. There was passion, there was spirit, enthusiasm, and a lot of energy from the Barcelona players. And I genuinely enjoyed myself watching this game, guys. And for the first time in a long time, I'm actually here excited about watching our team play again. And now I just can't wait until the next match kicks off against Espanyol. Now there was many encouraging signs, and let's just hope that we can build on this performance. And as always, guys, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think that we can build on this performance against Espanyol, or do you think that the negativity will creep back in? Do you believe Setien has found the tactical answer that unlocks the full potential of this team? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have enjoyed this video and want more Barcelona related content, then start now by subscribing and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and please leave a comment, and I will see you soon. But until then, as always, Visca el Catalunya.